Hi, lovelies. This is Kate again from Amazing Stories by Mukoso. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe to it so that we'll be getting so many juicy stories. But today's story, we have to look into some traditional aspects of African culture which should be revisited because of the dangers that it causes in our lives. Anyway, let's go into the family of Chief Okoro in Umunze in the eastern part of Nigeria. In the traditional village of Umunze, a wealthy and influential man, Chief Okoro, had two sons, Nnamdi and Chukwunanu. Nnamdi, the eldest son, was a promising young man who was hardworking, intelligent, confident, open-minded, passionate, resilient, and empathetic. He was the speck of all maidens in Umunze. Chukwunanu, on the other hand, was also good, but Nnamdi's personality always enveloped his. However, these brothers loved themselves regardless. Meanwhile, according to Umunze tradition, the first son of the family inherits the father's compound and everything in it. First, before other landed properties are shared among him and his brothers. This made Nnamdi entitled to her father, Chief Okoro's compound whenever he joins his ancestors. Chief Okoro's ancestral compound was so vast with exotic houses erected in it. However, if the first son dies before his father's death, even if he had his own son and family, he will no longer inherit the ancestral compound, and his son will never have right to the compound too. These traditions traveled from the ancestors down to the present generation, and it was held with utmost concern and pride. Nnamdi became a comfortable businessman dealing with Ankara materials and later got married to his heartthrob Ogechi, whom he met in his university days. Nnamdi and Ogechi marriage was blessed with 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. They lived in the city of Lagos. On the other hand, Chukwunanu, his brother, was still struggling to meet up because he found it difficult to clear his papers in the university due to his inability to concentrate to his studies, thereby dropping out. His father, Chief Okoro, became so disappointed in him. One day, Chukwunanu pleaded with his father to send him to China so that he would deal on electronics. He promised to make his father proud if given the opportunity. Chukwunanu. Chief Okoro called him, holding his ears. Chief Omemboji, Chukwunanu answered his father jokingly. How many times did I call you? Chief Okoro asked, with his face as serious as he who is defecating. 3 times, father. Papa, I'm serious. If you give me this opportunity, I will blow within 2 years. I swear, Papa, Chukwunanu assured his father desperately. Chukwunanu, I have spent a lot of money trying to make you as responsible as your brother Nnamdi. Instead of it to yield good results, you were busy squandering them up and down, eh? Chief Okoro said angrily. Papa, I noticed that I was not cut out for school things after all. There are so many graduates in this country, but most of them are jobless. Chukwunanu said grudgingly. Shut your lazy dumb mouth up, you stubborn child, Chief Okoro thundered. I'm sorry, Papa, but just give me this chance and see how I will surprise you, Papa, Chukwunanu promised, kneeling down. Chief Okoro thought for a while and said, It is said that if one beats his child with left hand, he will cuddle the same child with right hand. Chukwunanu, I will give you another chance and send you to China. But this will definitely be the last chance, Chief Okoro said with resolve. Overwhelmed with joy, Chukwunanu jumped up and thanked his father. He ran out immediately to put a call across to his brother Nnamdi, sharing the good news with him. Nnamdi was so happy for him and advised him to put his 100% concentration on this war, which he promised. He then rushed to his friend Okechukwu to break the good news to him. When he got to Okechukwu's residence, he met him sharpening his cutlass on the stone in front of their house. My guy, where are you preparing to dash out this morning? Chukwunanu asked, smiling with joy. Okechukwu looked up at him. Where as if not Mazu this farm, he said. We worked before we could eat, unlike you wey be ajibo. Una papa don't pack enough for una. Okechukwu concluded, smiling. My guy, forget that ajibo issue. Leave matter for Matthias, Chukwunanu said, looking for a seat to sit down. What is happening in Odogu na China? Okechukwu asked Chukwunanu using his alias. Call me that name again. My guy, call me that name. Chukwunanu cut in. Odogu na China. Okechukwu praised him. That is exactly what is happening, my guy. Chukwunanu jumped up and said, putting Okechukwu in suspense. My dad has agreed to send me to China. Chukwunanu shouted in excitement. Okechukwu was taken aback, but he quickly comported himself and rejoiced with his friend. Inside his mind, he was so bitter that good things always come to Chukwunanu. I am happy for you, my guy, Okechukwu said, shaking Chukwunanu's hand. Enough enjoyment for you, my guy. Remember me in your paradise, Okechukwu teased. My guy, this time around, no be enjoyment matter. I have to concentrate 100% and make my daddy proud, he said with all seriousness. My Okuma has really tried for me, I swear, but my coconut head no dey carry deliverance. He joked, laughed. Forget that thing, Okechukwu cut in. Which one is my Okuma has really tried? Are you not one of his sons? It is your right, Biko, Okechukwu said. Moreover, you came Okuman is stinkly rich, only that he is akagom. His hands are super glued. Okechukwu said cunningly. Nah, what do you expect me to say now? I know how I begged him before he gave me this last chance, Chukwunanu said, scratching his head. Relax, my guy, he no go throw you away, Okechukwu advised. Enjoy all those oyibo over there, oh. Just remember me, your guy, Okechukwu said, smiling and pushing him a little. Odogu na China. Odogu, Okechukwu praised him. Na me, we no dey too, Chukwunanu said with pride, smiling. Let me leave you to prepare for your work, okay? I will meet you at our usual joint in the evening. Arrange a dark for me, oh. You know how far, Chukwunanu said, standing up to leave, while Okechukwu laughed, and both of them shook their hands. Soliloquizing, Okechukwu said in his mind, Imagine this Efulef going to China. Chai! After all I did to mislead him, I made him drop from school. This idiot has 9 lives like Kato. I swear, he said in anger. Only him, good father. Only him, loving brother. Only him, good home. Abba! Why I am here toiling the whole village soil, looking for the money to eat, he said in anger. Why me? Anyways, I know what to do. I will make sure I advise him until he came back with only slippers and polythene bag. He laughed to himself and left. Meanwhile, Chukwunanu traveled to Lagos for his traveling documents. His father and brother, Nnamdi, helped him to procure his documents, which went successfully, and he traveled to China. While in China, he sent his contact to his trusted friend Okechukwu, who manipulated him to the extent that he digressed from his main reason of traveling to China. He started frolicking with girls, taking hard drugs, and doing other despicable things as advised by Okechukwu. Whenever his father or brother called him, he would assure them that everything was going well as planned. One fateful day, Chukwunanu was deported to Nigeria without anything on him. He went straight to Nnamdi's residence in Lagos. Immediately Nnamdi saw him. He was shocked and asked him, Nanu, what is the problem? It is not up to 5 months we left to China. Why are you here again? Nnamdi bombarded him with questions. Brother, it is a long story, Chukwunanu said, shaking his head in regret. Cut the long story short, Jare. Cut it short, Nwokem. Why are you here? You are supposed to be in China, Nnamdi asked in anger. Brother, they set your brother up, oh, just because I am a black man. He was trying to lie when Nnamdi cut him short. Close down your mouth. Are you the only black man in China? Nnamdi asked in anger. In short, what am I even saying? Start traveling back to the village. Oh yeah? Nnamdi said in anger, ushering him out of his house. Brother, are you chasing me out of your house? It's me, oh. It's your Nanu, oh, Chukwunanu said, pointing at himself. Anyways, I don't have any kobo with me, unless you are trying to make me sleep under the third mainland bridge. Chukwunanu added, oh yeah, take this transport and start going back to the village. You should be ashamed of yourself. After everything, you came back with nothing, Nnamdi said angrily and gave Chukwunanu a sum of 50,000 naira. Only 50k? Me. Odoguna China. He collected the money, lamenting. Make it 100k now, please. Chukwunanu begged as Nnamdi left him in anger. Chukwunanu shrugged his shoulder and left to the village. As he got to the village, his father was so disappointed in him and swore never to give him another chance. Chukwunanu resorted to doing menial jobs for survival with his friend Okechukwu. As days turned to weeks, and weeks turned to months, and months turned to years, Chukwunanu became too tired of his struggle for survival. One day, he begged his father to start up provision store for him, but his father, Chief Okoro, declined immediately, and Chukwunanu became furious. Papa, why did you hate me like this? He lamented, frustrated. Why can't you help me out? You have the money. Why can't you set your son up with business? He kept on asking, frustrated. Remember that this is my right, though, Chukwunanu concluded. You're supposed to be ashamed of yourself. Chief Okoro responded in anger. I gave you all the opportunities, and what did you do with it? You misused them all. Chief Okoro kept on. I don't blame you. You think I have trees where I pluck money from? Chief Okoro said in anger. Anyways, you still have strength to talk because your brother Nnamdi often sends you money. He said, left for me, you will starve. Chief Okoro concluded and left him. Chukwunanu was so furious. He left to his friend Okechukwu's house to find solace in his advice. When he got to Okechukwu's house, he poured his heart out on what transpired between his father and him, and how his father hoped that he starved. He added that if not his brother, Nnamdi, he would have starved truly. What Okechukwu said later shocked Chukwunanu. My guy, you know I love you, and I would not like to see anything happen to you, Okechukwu said to Chukwunanu, who nodded in affirmation. You know that this your present condition breaks my heart. And that is why I went to one Baba at Onitsha. He continued, carefully looking at Chukwunanu, who shifted his chairs with interest. My guy, what did the Baba say? Tell me, Chukwunanu inquired curiously. You won't believe what he said at first. You won't believe. At first, I disagreed. I went to 3 more Dibias, even the one at the Great Aglo. But all 4 of them confirmed the same thing. He said, keeping Chukwunanu in suspense deliberately, while he watched him closely to observe his reactions. Guy, what did they say? Tell me now, why are you doing this? Chukwunanu was asking, frustrated, when Okechukwu cut in. Nnamdi is the cause of your problem. I mean, Nnamdi, your only brother, he said. How? Explain, my guy, explain. Chukwunanu asked in confusion. According to them, he belonged to one cult like that who mandated him to use his brother's star for success. That brother happens to be you, Chukwunanu. That is why he always helps you financially. Anytime he gives you money, he made millions fools of it, thereby keeping you impoverished. Okechukwu concluded. Chimo, my brother, why me? Why me now? Didn't Nnamdi loved so much? No wonder I traveled all the way to China, a whole China, and came back with only polythene bag. Nnamdi has done bad thing to me, Chukwunanu cried, while Okechukwu smiled to himself, happy that his planted seed is germinating. My guy, I am so surprised at your brother. Honestly, who will ever thought that he is a ritualist? This world is full of mystery, he said, looking at frustrated Chukwunanu. He went to him and pet his shoulder. But be a man, my guy. Be a man, and we know what to do about it. Just do me this favor, he said cunningly. What favor? Chukwunanu asked. Just pretend as if you know nothing about it. As for the money he sends to you, whenever it comes, bring it here. Let me neutralize it with what that Baba gave me before you use it, he advised. Chai, I really want to confront him. Honestly, Makachukwu, I want to confront that my big head brother. Imagine using me, a whole Odoguna China, for his money ritual. I want to confront him. Okay, Chukwu, let me confront him once and for all. Chukwunanu protested in anger, but Okechukwu calmed him down and promised to bring a solution to that, which he agreed, and they went out to their usual joint. Things were moving normal as usual, without Nnamdi aware of the looming danger, Okechukwu was busy hatching up a plan to scatter Chief Okoro's family through his son, Chukwunanu, and sell most of his assets. He was simply envious of Chukwunanu, who was oblivious of his friend's dubious mind and devilish plots. One fateful day, Okechukwu called Chukwunanu and reminded him of their village tradition, which implies that the whole of Chief Okoro's compound belonged to Nnamdi as inheritance. Chukwunanu was so furious and angry because that was what tradition demanded. Chukwunanu asked Okechukwu what step to take in order to take over everything. Okechukwu reminded him the clause of the same tradition that said, the inheritance will automatically go to the second son if the first son dies in front of their father. Okechukwu concluded, looking at Chukwunanu, who smiled devilishly. This means that the ritualists will get out of the way, right? And I will inherit everything. See those houses in my father's compound. I will inherit all of them. Chukwunanu asked. Of course, my guy, but we have to do a clean job on that. Okechukwu added, leave that to me. Chukwunanu said and left. You know what? When I inherit all those things, the next target will be my father, Chief Okoro. I will just take him out of the way so that I can sell some of the things. There are many. I can sell some of the houses and some parts of the land. And I will use it to set up a business for myself. My guy, your brain is sharp. Oh. Okechukwu said, remember me. Don't worry, my friend. I will always remember you. You are my G forever. As Chukwunanu, blinded by anger, greed, and the promise of wealth, decided to eliminate his only brother. He traveled to Lagos in disguise to stay a little while, claiming that he wanted to change the weather and environment of the village to the city. When he got to Nnamdi's residence, they were so happy and welcomed him. One day, as he was eating on the dining table with Nnamdi, he requested for cold water. When Nnamdi went to the kitchen to bring the cold water from the refrigerator, Chukwunanu put some substance called slow poison inside Nnamdi's food. As soon as he came back, he gave Chukwunanu the water and went on eating, oblivious of the dangers looming around. Chukwunanu stayed for 3 days and came back to the village, satisfied. Before 3 weeks, Nnamdi became ill mysteriously, and all diagnoses ran on him proved him healthy, but he was dying slowly and drastically. His wife and children were confused. They spent a lot of money to save Nnamdi, but he later gave up the ghost. Chief Okoro's household was in disarray at the news of the death of Nnamdi. Everybody in the Umuze village went into mourning for the sudden death of their illustrious son. His wife and kids were crying profusely for the great loss of a caring husband and a loving father. His father, Chief Okoro, was lamenting in sorrow. Chukwunanu wailed profusely, lamenting that he had no other person to call brother again, that his loving brother who promised him heaven and earth had been snatched away by the wicked hands of death. People were consoling him as he was throwing himself on the ground, crying outwardly, but inwardly he was so happy and overjoyed that he had removed the obstacle on his way of health to wealth and success. The next target would be his stingy father, Chief Okoro. Later that day, he went to his friend's place and they celebrated their first victory, codedly, waiting like a hawk for their second target, who happened to be Chief Okoro. However, as tradition dictated, Chukwunanu inherited the compound and properties, but his reign was short-lived. Chief Okoro, suspicious of Chukwunanu's sudden rise of inheritance, began to investigate Nnamdi's death. He went to Agolo and visited a native doctor at Agolo Lake named Okpaka. Okpaka gave him a charm to bury at a strategic point in front of his house at midnight when no one will see him. Immediately it was first cock crow. He should do as he said and wait for the outcome. As Chief Okoro came back that evening, he went straight inside his house and slept so that he would wake up at first cock crow as instructed by the Baba. Immediately it was first cock crow, Chief Okoro, was already awake, waiting for the time. He went to the strategic point in front of his house, whispered to the charm as instructed by Okpaka, dug the ground and buried it. He went back to sleep, only to be awakened by commotions in front of his house, where Chukwunanu was crying and shouting in the morning. As he rushed out, he saw Chukwunanu trapped at the same spot, crying and wailing. "Chai, my body, oh, Nnamdi, please stop flogging me." He was crying as Nnamdi's ghost was busy flogging him. "Stop, please, don't kill me. Don't kill me. Remember, I'm your only brother. Don't kill me," he continued shouting to the amazement of everyone around. "Confess, Chukwunanu," his father shouted in anger. "Confess, you bad egg of the family," he continued out of disappointment. Okay, Dad, Papa, I will confess. I killed him." Everybody shouted, "Hey! What did you say?" "Papa, please, I killed Nnamdi. Please beg him to stop flogging me. I killed Nnamdi, my brother," Chukwunanu said amidst tears. "Why, Nanu? Why? Nnamdi loved you, Chukwunanu. He loved you, Chai. Who put you in this condition?" Chief Okoro asked in tears. "I am sorry, Papa. It was Okechukwu, my friend, that advised me to kill Nnamdi so that I will inherit your properties," he said in regret, and tears flowing down his cheeks like river. He told me that he did the same to his own brother, Okuchi. Again, he said that Nnamdi is using my stars to be wealthy, Papa. He added in tears. "Shut your stinking mouth up. Which stars? You useless man," Chief Okoro shouted in anger. "Imagine out of greed and envy you killed your brother, who had great plans for you. Chai, Chukwunanu. Chukwunanu," Chief Okoro lamented, and immediately he saw the ghost of Nnamdi and said, "My brave son, Odogwum, my Ikenga. It's okay, my son. Leave your brother. Let your spirit rest. I will make sure justice is served and your loving family will be taken care of." "Obigida Juonwam," Chief Okoro pleaded with the ghost of Nnamdi, who smiled and vanished. He turned to the onlookers and said, "You all can see the harm of this our particular tradition of inheritance. No wonder most of the first sons die in front of their father, leaving the second son to inherit what belonged to them. This is not fair. I think we have to revisit this tradition," he concluded and turned to Chukwunanu. "As for you, Chukwunanu Okoro, you are no longer my son. I, Chief Okoro, the son of Nze Ejiofor and the grandson of Nwafọ Okeke, today disown you. I regard you as dead as Nnamdi is," he said with so much pain in his voice. As Chukwunanu begged him, he said, "Take this trash out of my compound." He ostracized Chukwunanu, who was thrown out of their compound. He cried and went to Okechukwu's compound, but as he got there, he saw Okechukwu dead cold with a lot of cane marks on his body. He realized in shock that the ghost of his brother Nnamdi visited Okechukwu too. He ran out in horror inside the bush and became mad. Finally, as Chief Okoro ostracized Chukwunanu from family and community, the villagers, realizing the injustice of their tradition, amended it to prevent such tragedies in future. The tradition was renewed that once the first son had family before his death, whether in front of his father or not, his rightful inheritance would be given to his family, regardless of the gender. In conclusion, this story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of greed, blind tradition, and importance of moral guidance. It highlights the devastating consequences of allowing harmful tradition to dictate our actions and importance of seeking justice. In addition, it also highlights the importance of keeping good and honest people around us, and make sure you use your brain whenever you are being advised. Thank you, lovelies. Thank you very much for listening to these stories. Thank you. It's me again, Kate from Amazing Stories by Mukosol. Please, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, try and subscribe so that I will be giving you people lots of juices, important, educating, and interesting stories. Thank you very much, and may God keep on blessing you. Also, remember to give my stories a thumb up, comments. I will always wait at the comment section to take your critics and your correction. Remain blessed. Bye for now.